In today's BTG episode, Joey tries talking Vanessa out of wanting a larger role in the business. Peaches has a coughing fit, and Anita turns Vernon on. Haley began poisoning Bill, Danny pressured Andre, and Vanessa wanted an equal role in Joey's business. Leslie and Peaches bump into Nicole at the club. Leslie rubs the divorce in her face and announces she will be taking the Richardson name for herself. She plans to be a lot more stylish. Nicole wishes her luck. It's all immaterial to her. She claims she's changed, and nothing Leslie can do will ever bother her. Once she walks off, she has to stop and take a deep breath. Peaches and Leslie sit and eat. Leslie complains about the food. Her mom is not having a good time. Money doesn't buy you class, she tells her daughter. She thinks she's angry because she failed to humiliate Nicole. Leslie tells her to spare her a lecture and tries shoving salad down her throat. Peaches starts choking. She doesn't want a doctor. She just wants to go home. At the casino, Joey tries convincing Vanessa that their business relationship is fine as it is. Plus, it's safe for her. She urges him to use her to her full potential. He doesn't think she knows what she's asking for and asks if she wants to go and beat money out of people like Randy. She doesn't want to be a Randy. She wants to be a Joey. Joey says what he does gets darker than she'll ever want to know. She thinks he's being melodramatic and she wants danger. That's a turn-on for him, but he repeats she doesn't want what she thinks she wants. He may seem zen about the danger, but that's only because he eliminates all threats. She wonders if that includes Doug. He reminds her he's already denied that. He's not convinced. She understands how to be as cautious as he is. Joey brings up her son wanting to know what's going on. Vanessa doesn't understand what her son has to do with this. Joey explains that if she steps up to be his equal, she will gain a reputation, and that is sure to get back to her son. Is she willing to risk losing her son's faith? You let me worry about him. I want what I want, she says, giving him a kiss and walking out. At Uptown, Ava is taking into her phone. The man at the next table yells at his pen for not working. She's amazed he still uses one of those and offers him hers. He says this is fate prompting him to look at his surroundings. He explains he's from there but has been living in the Pacific Northwest. They talk about why she's there and she explains she works for her father. She loves it. He says what he does now is fulfilling and he's not in it for the green. He asks her about exploring some local hotspots. She gets a text from her mom and has to run. She says he can give her pen back next time. Eva rushes over to her mom's and Leslie tells her about all the coughing Peaches was doing. She admits they were fighting when it started. Her daughter lectures her for arguing with a dying woman. Leslie says this has reminded her they only have so much time with Peaches. Seeing her so frail and weak brought it all home for her. She practically had to carry her home. She's too sick to take of herself. She and her mom have switched place. She's the parent and her mom is the child. Eva tells her that's the way of it and assures her she's not alone. They will see this through together. At home, Jacob puts on his wife-beater and tells Naomi he feels a type of way. He's as sad as she is happy. They are supposed to tell each other everything. She wasn't sure she was ready for another conversation, especially since it will be a fight. He says there is nothing to fight about, and he's not angry. He tries joking, but she's not laughing. Naomi knows he's disappointed, but won't be offended if he needs to mourn. They hug. They start making out. She stops it and says that can't be the answer to everything. Not anymore. This is all confusing for him. She says they often use sex to avoid talking. She worries they have opened up in Pandora's box and are facing a reality that scares her. He will always wonder what it is like to be a father. He reminds her of when she convinced him not to get a tattoo because he might change his mind about it one day. She senses neither of them will ever change their minds about this. He says they both feel strongly. They are strong-willed people with strong convictions. But he can't see resentment coming between them. The lawyer insists this is totally black and white, and he can't deny that she's denying him something he wants. Jacob says parenthood isn't his destiny. He believes in love and reminds her of their vows. He signed up for the ride and that's all he knows. Anita is miffed as Vernon flirts with a donor as he shows her to the door. He tells his wife what a turn-on it is to see her jealous. She narrows her eyes and claims that woman is not worth getting jealous of. She's just annoyed. He's turned on and starts groaning. Nicole interrupts before her parents can cavort. She apologizes to them for dragging Leslie into their lives. They assure them that is not her fault. She tells them she won't let Leslie get to her any longer. They hear construction noise across the street. Vernon goes over to investigate and returns, explaining that Leslie is paying them more to work longer hours. He threatened to send the private security after them. Anita explains to her daughter that she's ended funding the trust and Leslie won't get another nickel from her. Nicole explains she and Ted had a talk. It was sad, but she's moving on and feels free since she doesn't need to care about Leslie any longer. Once she leaves, Vernon admires her strength. Anita says she's not as strong as she seems. It's practiced, and she's not all right. She's sure their daughter will get better if they leave her alone. They run off to the elevator so they can it to the bedroom before he can stop being turned on. Chanice runs into Nicole. Drinking alone at Uptown, Nicole calls Carlton over and sadly cuddles up to him in the booth. Hooked on Beyond the Gates? Join our official Beyond the Gates Facebook group. Get spoilers, recaps, theories, and fan talk all in one place.